got the jello in the cup and you just mix it around.
I was not expecting to start with that. Oh.
All right, so welcome everyone to Beyond Heroes. These are my players, and it's an exciting cast, except for TJ Storm. We've got Jen Kretschmer playing Alindra Sarbrand. We have Lauren Urban playing Orkara Eldrix. We actually have a Hope Lavelle today playing Penelope Halfpint, and we've got TJ Storm
Jello.
playing Jello. Yeah, everyone's favorite Jello. Also playing Keen Deapreth, and of course Anne Bradford playing Briv Steelmarrow, and also the VP of Tabletop and who loves meetings. So would like to schedule him for another one.
Been a good meeting day.
Send him a DM.
Adam's character sheet has been updated for his favorite anime being meetings.
Oh, meetings. It's literally just a golem made out of meat, but not like the good kinds.
Oh.
Yeah. Previously on Beyond Heroes, we are in Wildmount, the wonderful world created by Mr. Matthew Mercer. We are in Hoopastank or Hoopadook. We're in the Gnome City right now, and a gnome who was desperate for any kind of help hired the heroes to basically find out why there were disappearances in the sewers. They would have asked the Crown's Guard, but many of the Crown's Guard had in fact gone missing. You explored the tunnels at great length until you finally went into what looked like a giant garbage disposal of one of the large gnomish factories where there were lots of junk and spare parts. Then the entrance, however, to that very large domed area shut, and an animated, bizarre, creepy doll with strings of hair missing, a couple of eyes, with a knife named Jester Jab, I believe, turned the lever, sealed you all in the room, went off to have a dance-off party with Keen Deapreth to distract you from the 4 gelatinous cubes that were approaching from every hallway, and Penelope Halfpint was engulfed in gelatinous goo. Keen Deapreth did slash most of it to death, and it was then banished by Alindra Sarbrand. Am I missing anything? No.
I think that's enough.
Also, Keen won that dance off very clearly.
Okay.
I thought that Briv
hurtful.
kind of acquitted himself rather well.
You did have a very nice worm, but
It's true.
I will
It's
get
true.
a wide angle lens for this camera, and we will have a true dance off. So, Alindra Sarbrand has just banished the gelatinous cube. Penelope Halfpint just sits there mid-air as if she was like kind of drawn and sucked into the very center of the cube. And the cube disappears, and Penelope just drops to the ground. And there's a little bit of smattering. It's not all of the gelatinous cube necessarily got banished. And some of the coins and stuff fell out of it as well. Some minor debris. But you are now surrounded by 3 other gelatinous cubes. And we are currently on Orkara Eldrix. What are you doing right now?
So I told you, when this thing tried to kill us, I was going to burn it with fire. I would like to cast Wall of Fire. And I'm going to surround us with a wall of fire, with the burny part outside, for obvious reasons. So hopefully I can completely surround us. It's a 60-foot long wall, 20-foot high, 1 foot thick wall. Anything within 10 feet of the other side, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 17. How dexterous are your cubes?
You're about to find out.
Yeah. Also, the Jester doll, who might be slightly more dexterous.
Yeah, that might be true. But is it the beginning or at the end of their turn? Or is it the beginning of your turn?
Wall of fire created. When the wall appears, each creature within the area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they take 5d8 fire damage, or half as much on a successful one. So I will start rolling.
Well, yeah. Okay, so gelatinous cubes have a dexterity of 3. That's a -4. So, and your spell DC. Okay, that's technically it's a -2. That's a -2.
They got so much jiggle.
Huh?
That's just for the bounce back from the
That's
jiggle.
a whole 5.
Listen, I would make fun of them, except I also know what it is like to get a negative
Wait.
on a saving throw, and so
Wait, what's the DC?
it's a dexterity DC 17.
Oh, dang. That would have been so cool. Sorry, 15. Oh, well.
I'm not sorry.
I wanted to narrate how Gelatinous Cube escapes a wall of fire.
And do I also grab the jester in all of that?
Yeah, let me go and do the jester here.
Am I on the right side of the fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will not be burning any of my friends.
Jester fails as well.
Awesome.
Jester Jab fails, and you see fire just kind of just suddenly. It's almost gorgeous and beautiful because this massive wall of fire goes around you. What color is the fire for this?
It's probably your classic fiery reds and oranges, but it definitely when you're looking at it, there does seem to be like little tiny birds flying out of it, and it's very pretty. And it also snakes around in just the right way so that like Penelope, who is almost on the wrong side of it, it just kind of goes and goes all the way around her so that she's inside the wall and it's only the bad people who are on the outside.
All right, that's my
And they take
favorite sound effect.
22 points of fire
Yeah,
damage.
wait, what did it do again?
Well, yeah, tell me one more time how the wall of fire sounds.
Oh, that noise? Yeah, that thing. That's actually what happens when it appears. It makes that noise. And then anything that failed takes 22 points of fire damage. The wall will just stay there
Oh, wow.
because I want it to stay there. So they're going to take... Each creature that ends its... So any creature at this point that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side of the wall will continue to take that damage.
Okay, so
And then I look over at Briv and I say, I'm sorry.
I have a more mint version in my bag already. 'Tis okay.
I'm probably
look,
going to
as a
want to
duke-
burn that one too.
it's almost
Thou shalt not.
If it attacks us and tries to kill us, I shalt.
Fair enough.
harsh.
And
but
that's
fair.
all. I'm done.
Yeah, so the wall of fire just kind of curls around you, almost as if like a dragon was breathing flame itself in a circle around you, and makes that wonderful sound that you made. There it is.
I'll make it again if you need me to.
The flames explode, and Jester Jab, who is still hanging off the broken lever, laughing at you all maniacally, just goes up in flames, and you see just the metal and the porcelain just melt and bubble off its face, and its teeth that are actually were teeth from something or someone just keep chattering, and you see just ooze, just melt and ooze as it's holding on with its knife, and the knife even begins to melt, and it just keeps on laughing.
Is
I'm
he still
just a
dancing
Jab.
though? Is he
What?
still dancing?
No, he slowly drops to the ground, and there's
Burn, baby, burn. Burn up, burn, baby, burn. Burn it down.
I told you he won the dance off.
it's a very old timey Eladrin song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
D&D
Very well
Beyond
known.
claims no ownership rights. No.
It was less than 16 bars. You're fine.
Yeah, it was less than 16 bars.
It was a parody. We're fine.
With TJ dancing, it's all parody. So, Jester Jab is down and burning and smoking, and Briv Steelmarrow, I don't know, but maybe you think you hear a slight sound of crying from one of your bags. You're not sure. There might be sorrow.
It's horrified.
The gelatinous cubes are just lit up. They're aglow, and you can see all of the decaying bodies and skeletons and the armor and the gold and all the debris that's inside the gelatinous cubes. And they kind of look gorgeous because normally they're very clear, but now they're like they look like red jello now. They're just glowing and resplendent with the glow from the wall of fire at this moment. And that brings us to Penelope Halfpint. What are you doing?
Picking up money. And here's
That's what we said we needed.
One track mind.
Penelope Halfpint picks up money.
Yes.
you collect. Are you doing this greedily?
No, it's more like, ooh, a shiny. Ooh, a shiny.
And now with the wall of fire, they're all shiny.
Okay, you're collecting. You're getting rubies and emeralds and several gold coins. You get about 250 gold pieces worth of items that you're just sweeping up that are a little gooey.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As you like, and occasionally it feels like the melting doll is still making eye contact with you, Jester Jab. He's not moving, but he's just kind of oozing into the floor slowly as you're just like raking gash on the floor, looking dead at it.
I make sure to use the tip of my glaive to catch him before he turns into nothingness.
Okay.
We have a job, and this is the job. We must return with proof that the job has been taken care of.
So you you pizza oven him? You just you just get him. Sorry, this is the only way I can think of it. Yeah. Okay. All right. You pick up the oozing puddle that is Jester Jab and his skeletal remains, pizza style. He is in a perfect circle too at this moment, so you just kind of suck him through the fire. Your glaive is fun because it's magical. It actually pierces the flame as you do so. Penelope Half Pint is being greedy. All right, that's your action.
He's being smart.
I'd like to take the greedy action.
I would like to take the greedy. We'll homebrew it.
So, all joking aside, Briv looks around, sees what Penelope's doing, sees that the doll is in, disarray at this point in time. The gelatinous cubes does it look like they're still advancing at this point, or
they're retreating? Yeah, they're
retreating.
They're not that bad.
so then you essentially Briv just looks around, shrugs, and then you see that he takes, since he doesn't wear many other clothes, his kind of loincloth tabard, and he makes a scoop with it. And he essentially just ducks down into the foot of water and is just trying to fish out and let the water go through the texture, but then the gold coins are just staying in the loincloth, and he's collecting coins himself. And then when he gets too many, he's shoveling it over into the bag of holding. 'Tis what we came for.
Okay. Oh wow, that
So
is a very interesting
I'm taking
question.
the greeting action.
Okay, you're taking the greedy action. Now I'm curious what a bag of holding does if you open it up in a pool of water. Does all the water drain out? That's very curious.
I don't know.
Yeah. So you get.
Briv wouldn't care. So.
Yeah, you easily using your loincloth bag. Please, no fan art. You collect another 250
Yeah, I mean, because when he
pieces.
lifts the loincloth, to make the. I mean,
all you see is a pixelated Briv.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Censored.
Check him out on Isle of Champions.
That's gonna be the new outfit for Briv. Pixelated Briv.
Pixelated Briv. Censored Briv. So that brings us to Keen. What are you doing? I know you did your pizza action. Actually, yeah. So Briv did that. You did take your action there, Keen. So. Gelatinous cubes are they're disengaging. They're running away from the fire. What's the range on the wall of fire?
It's 10 feet from where
okay.
Yeah. So, but they have to end their turn within 10 feet of it. So if they are running,
well, not running.
I mean, in quotes with a gelatinous cube, but yeah,
they
end their turn.
are able to retreat by then. They actually alarmingly can move at 15 feet per round.
I will continue to hold the wall because I can do that for up to a minute.
Okay.
Just in case.
These are they're horrified. You're actually seeing the gelatinous cubes quivering because they typically don't want to move this quickly. So they're just back and forth as they're moving through the hallways.
Cubes.
Yeah.
I do not.
All right, you leave the wall of fire up.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Nothing seems to be approaching now. Everything seems to have run away.
Alindra, let us know when the one that you banished is gonna come back.
We still have about 54 seconds. 53.
Because that one we'll have to deal with, because that's inside the wall.
We have some time. I can bring it back sooner if you'd like.
I'll look over at my companions who are currently scooping up gold and say, anyone want to prepare for the arrival of another cube?
Just bring it back into the fire. Will it not be there?
No, I had to do the thing with the fire so that Penelope didn't get burnt. So when it appears, it's going to be on our side of the wall.
Oh, we'll just kill it then.
Great.
I store the pizza doll and prepare for its return.
All right, everyone's doing the holding action.
Yeah.
Okay. Suddenly there's a big woof inside of the wall of fire, and this gorgeous gelatinous cube that has been just shredded and torn apart is surrounded perfectly with light from the wall of flame, from the wall of fire, and it appears exactly where Penelope Halfpint was grabbing all her gold.
Am I still there?
I would like to think you would have. You're gone.
No, she would have.
Just before it happened, she
I would
wandered
not have
into
brought
it.
it back until she moved.
Yeah.
So
And then she's like, "Oh, shiny!" and she runs right back there.
I'm not going to be that mean today.
it's a Jello of holding.
The gelatinous cube arrives, as surprised as a gelatinous cube can be, and not quite knowing where it had been, and has returned. Whatever damage you do to it kills it. It had 3 hit points left when you banished it, so it just appears. You all slash at it in your individual ways. How do all of you kill this gelatinous cube?
To be clear, I rolled a 5, a 5, and a 3. So
Oh no.
I
So
was
we
facing the wrong direction.
Okay.
You were finishing the dance off for the jester.
Not Keen's finest moment. His glaive spins. I'm even going to say that his mirror images appear. His first glaive. Thing's there. Ah! Thing's like 15 by 15 feet, by the way.
Briv is just kind of like looking at him while this is going on.
I forgot that the end near the blade was still hot from going through the fire.
Keen looks very, very intently at the gelatinous cube one more time, gets ready to spin it, and then it just falls out of his hands.
Briv
everyone else kills it.
kind of sees that happening and just shrugs a little bit and then just stabs a single time with a great sword.
Just
For
slowly.
maximum damage.
Just a slow stab. Please tell me you're dead-eyeing Keen while you're doing it. Like,
I'm just completely looking at him,
Keen,
pointing at it.
this is for you.
Just right there.
Oh,
it's not a good day for Keen. All right, the gelatinous cube is dead and just kind of deflates and just kind of oozes into a pile of acid.
I do a very slow turn, as if I meant to do that.
The wall of fire drops. Where are the other 3? Have they fully retreated, or they retreat like 15 feet and then hang
They've
out?
gone very far away.
Okay, good.
They've retreated down the hallways.
Excellent. All right.
Are they
well,
within 60 feet?
They're still within 60 feet. You can see their shimmeringness in the distance as they are rapidly running away.
Take care of them now so we don't have to deal with them later.
Oh, don't do that. They're okay.
Are they not a natural part of the ecology here?
Dost thou remember the gelatinous cube that we befriended in the strange Baglands?
It was quite made up.
It could have been made up, but we always try to befriend the things that angrily want to kill us.
Yeah.
And so therefore, perhaps we should do that again here.
This is true. Fair enough.
also, I think it was just the doll that was the problem,
Mhm.
Fair enough.
and it's now pizza.
Trust me, those dolls, they are actually called action figures. They will make people do very, very strange things indeed.
How do you
I
know?
speaketh from
What?
experience.
Why would people want to have them then, these figures of action?
Because they are something that you can play with thine imagination. 'Tis something that you can sit down with others and play out scenarios that are not actually real, but 'tis a joyous event that perhaps in some ways 'tis more real than anything else thou canst do.
Would it be necessary to have these figures, or could you just play with it pure imagination?
That is called going to the theater in thine mind,
Oh,
and
I
'tis
love the theater.
possible, 'tis possible, but the action figures can certainly attempt to supplement thine imagination.
oh.
Sounds made up.
Briv,
Very made up.
that sounds amazing. Can you make
We
sure
should-
the one in your bag isn't going to come to life and try to kill you?
If it does, it shall suffocate in mine bag because there's only air for 10 minutes.
Action figures need to breathe?
They breathe?
Of course they do, at least in my imagination.
But in not your imagination, in your actual bag.
I shall check, and you see Briv open the bag and stick his head down in that.
Hi!
Oh no! What? Just a jab. What art thou doing?
I'm just sitting here in your bag.
I have always wanted this to happen. Art thou murderous? Art thou a fiend? Or
I
art
can
thou my
be.
friend?
Do you want me to stab someone?
No, I only want thee to stab someone if I ask thee to stab someone.
We can only see one side of this conversation. Is he mad?
He's a
Do
super
not
dog.
stab, do not stab anyone that I do not command thee. I am thine commander, Jester Jab.
Oh, am I like a squire?
Thou art mine squire. Well, thou art mine second squire after Flo. But thou art squire number 2. Yes, Jester Jab.
Can he ride on Flo?
Okay.
Flo shall not be ridden, Keen. Thou art so disrespectful.
Jester Jab's, porcelain veneer is extremely cracked and he's got one loose eye. And you notice his teeth are very vibrant and may have formerly been squirrel teeth or some other small animal that have been inserted into this doll. He's deeply cursed. But Jester Jab seems genuinely happy to become your squire.
Are not we all cursed, Jester Jab? I shall fix thee if thou dost want fixing.
Okay.
I am very good at painting miniature creatures.
I'm not going to ask about that, but okay.
Alindra digs through her bag and pulls out the carved T-Rex that she has, the wooden T-Rex, and she goes, oh, like this, and she prestidigitates, and it suddenly is in vibrant colors.
Thou hast
the
gotten
eyes,
it.
though, they're really challenging.
Roll persuasion on Jester Jab.
Imagination. Structured make-believe.
Roll persuasion for your imagination.
Which one, Briv or Alinda?
Briv.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I will give Briv guidance on this because I approve of this idea of this theater of the mind and these figurines helping to tell a story together with this structured imagination. I think
Well,
it's
and
excellent.
also when negotiating with a cursed, murderous doll.
I rolled a 20 on the die.
Yay.
So that would be.
I once again approve of this role-playing natural 20. This is great.
So that would be a 19 overall. And well, I've got guidance. So let
You
me
got
roll
guidance,
the
okay.
D4.
Someone in chat just got a
22.
chance to win a legendary bundle. Horrifyingly, you've convinced this murderous doll to become your squire from now on.
Squire number 2.
Squire number 2.
So, are you sure this thing isn't going to try to kill us?
I am not certain at all, but to be honest, I am not sure that any of thee might not try to kill me.
Really?
I mean,
most of thee have tried.
but it,
Only when you deserved it.
and it's never been really us. I can fix your squire if you think it's not gonna kill us. And I'll walk up and cast mending, try to fix the weird eye and the cracks.
Okay, you cast mending.
Yep.
It just looks at you like wide-eyed, well, sort of, and big grinning teeth. Do you have to touch it to cast mending? What's the range?
I have to touch it. So yeah, I probably touch it. I probably start on the head.
Briv starts to recoil if she tries to touch it. Please be cautious.
Well, this is how we'll find out, right?
'Tis an antique.
Oh, I thought you were worried about me. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm worried about the action figure.
That's fair enough.
Nothing bad has ever happened from someone touching something.
Sure. I will still cast mending on the doll. I'm sorry. Action
That
figure.
face is horrifying,
Thank thee.
Todd.
Where do you touch the action figure? Like on top of its head?
Yeah, because you said it had like cracks on its head.
He's being so specific.
I know. Well, no, I'm not going for the. I'm not like poking
Show
it in
me
the
where
mouth.
on the doll.
She's dumb.
Dost thou
she's
hit the
not-
button that makes it jester jab?
Do you put your finger right in its mouth and then close it like a nutcracker? No.
All right, you touch and almost like little swirling flames and tiny little fiery birds just swirl around Jester Jab, and he almost floats for a moment as his porcelain skin is no longer cracked. His cheeks are as rosy as humanly possible when you cast mending. His arm, once hunched and barely hanging on by a little bit of wire, is now replaced and sews back up, and Jester Jab is his eye sucks back up into his skull, and his teeth look pearly white as you cast mending on him.
There you go.
Briv,
I will still burn it to ash if it tries to kill us.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Or Kira, what's yours?
My name's Jester Jab!
Jester Jab, thou art mint. Thou art mint now. And Briv says, "Oh, Kira, thank thee." And he love punches you on the shoulder.
I think you're gonna fist bump and then we miss because I have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah,
but I'm still like,
we miss, and I hit your shoulder.
sure, I'm still gonna destroy it when it tries to kill us.
Just punch her right in the wing knuckle.
Please, tis mint. Tis
Are
mint
you
condition.
Wing knuckle?
Did you have mint condition?
Tis worth so much gold.
Did that mint condition include a curse?
I can get rid of curses too.
No!
As you say
no.
that, Jester Jab's head just turns all the way around and looks at Lindra. Hi!
I mean, I can still remove curses.
I think that might be a good idea.
Tis
right.
mine, Squire number 2. If thou dost remove this curse, then he cannot talk any longer to his commander, Briv. He is an asset to us, and he is in mint condition.
I don't want to stop being real, or Kira.
You think that
Please don't make me
How
not real.
canst thou argue with a face such as this?
Curse
Look at how
already
sad he
existed,
looks.
Though.
I mean, I did just fix that face. So you think the curse is letting Jester Jab be
I
alive?
mean, I had many of these when I was a wee little half-orkling, and they did not talk to me thus.
Then it wouldn't be mint condition, would it?
It's mint condition
would've
because when I go to
Tampered
sell
with
it, I will tell Squire number 2 to be quiet.
You're going
If
to
it were
sell
mint
me?
condition, wouldn't it? have been
Only when
tapped?
it benefits me shall I sell thee. Until then, thou canst benefit me by helping me fight my battles and mainly putting on my satchels. There are lots of straps, and that is what a squire does.
Okay.
I'm a little horrified by this now.
'Tis a great deal for thee. We
You
could
and me
leave
both,
thee in the
Akira.
sewage water right now.
I don't know if I want you to have something that is alive that you're then gonna sell. That seems wrong.
Little
Did you
wooden
not
face.
see
Are there
its
more
head
like you?
turn?
Is it
That's-
alive?
Yes.
I thought it was simply talking.
Yes, there
Does
are.
talking make thee alive?
What define? It clearly has
What
some
is the
degree of
meaning of life?
sentience, but
Oh no,
does
we're in a
sentience
sewer.
Can I
Kira,
just
have
say-
you ever questioned the nature of your reality?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, for several hours.
I
Yes.
do all the time. I woke up in a bag one time,
I have no answers
or
for
3
you.
times. I don't know how many it was,
but
actually.
before you require his assistance with your dressing, I have an unseen servant that can aid with that.
Oh. Why
So-
hast thou not offered this help before?
Because you hadn't asked for it, and perhaps it might be a better option.
You see me struggling every morning.
I'm gonna
I
elbow
didn't-
Keen.
You never asked for help.
Keen, you were asking Jester questions. I'm
Yes.
curious where there's more of these two.
Little wooden face. Are there more?
Yes.
Are there more like
His
you
porcelain.
alive?
Yes.
Where?
That way.
Where is he pointing?
The hallway behind you.
Is there a gelatinous cube that has fled down that hallway?
I don't know.
Dost thou know?
Or Kira wants to know, does she remember
one
seeing?
of them went down that way.
Okay.
Dost thou know if there are any more of the rare versions of thee that were the variant packaging that did not have the porcelain face but had the solid oaken wood face?
We have only met those kind today.
I'm just saying, if there are any others that are the variant rare, then perhaps it is worth a trip down the hallway.
Let
I
us
don't
be done with this
know.
quickly. I
I'm
start
not-
to walk down that way unless anyone has an objection.
Briv, if you can describe that to me, I might be able to find that for you. But I sort of.
It looks
I'm
like
gonna-
this action figure, except it's got a solid oak face instead of a porcelain face. But it is
Well-
painted. It is painted white like the porcelain here. And if the
Fo-
paint is chipped, it is no longer mint.
Following Briv's description, I will locate object for that variant of a jester jab. See if
And we'll
we can
just
find
paint-
that.
Tell me about
Patiently
locate
wait.
object.
Locate object lets me find it the nearest version within 1,000 feet. If it's in motion, I know the direction of the movement. It can locate either an object that is known to me as long as I've seen it up close, or the nearest object of a particular kind. And so, based on Briv's description, I would try and locate the nearest with the oaken face and the paint job as described.
You
Mint.
find, you know, the location of
Okay.
this very unique version of Jester Jab with oak.
Okay.
face.
Is it down that same hallway?
Yeah, it's far down there.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. I will also, using telepathic bond. Actually, no, just sort of hanging back to talk to Orkira alone. Say,
Oh, because I
"It's
was trying to talk to Penelope, and I was
Oh.
gonna be like, "So you want to go talk to a gelatinous cube and see if it'll just let us by instead of trying to kill this one?"
Yeah.
Okay. Because you've already befriended one, so you know.
Yeah, it's like
You're-
it's my favorite thing.
Friendship is your favorite terrain.
Yes.
So you'd find us in that
I'm a
conversation.
friendship ranger.
Exactly.
Circle of the land, friendship, terrain.
Everywhere. Everywhere is her favorite terrain.
circle of friends."
Yep.
Um,
It would be a
Uh,
ranger of social distancing.
Her
Aw.
worst.
All right. So, what is the
favorite
adventuring party
enemies,
doing
enemies.
right
I do want to kind of pull Orkira aside if possible and say, we agree that that thing is definitely cursed, yes? Probably going to try and kill us.
I
now?
think
No,
it's
I'm not going to kill you.
Yeah, I was about to say, Briv
Wait,
is like, I'm
no,
standing
we're,
right
this
here.
is far from
Oh.
that. This is separate. This is private conversation with Orkira.
He says it with his eyes.
Fair enough.
They aren't talking about us, aren't they, Jester Jab?
It's probably cursed.
I think they're trying to kill me and you.
I shall not let them kill either one of us. I am
and
more
don't-
powerful than all of them
Oh
combined,
no.
especially
I'm
with
right
thine
here.
powers.
You know that I'm right here.
I saw thee with the cube, Keen.
Cube?
Yes.
The General
mean-
Pudding?
The dancing was admittedly sick, but the glaive play following was not up to standards.
There was too much hotness. What can you
I
do?
agree.
He is talking to the little man. It is very weird. And I start to walk down the hall halfway just to check.
He's not talking to me.
I mean, he can talk back, so it's actually not that weird. She just
It
said,
is when you are plotting his death and he thinks you are, and
We're
I
not-
walk away.
"We're not. Why would I fix it?"
Wait.
She'll say this loud enough so everybody can hear. I said I was only going to kill stuff that tried to kill us. It hasn't tried to
Jester
kill us yet.
Jab, thou art creeping me out slightly at this point.
I was trying to look not creepy.
'Tis not how thee wouldst do that. No. First, look serious and smoldering.
Smoldering? I can make it
Oh,
look
no.
smoldering.
No.
Do not smile so big. The ladies like it when thou dost just simply curl up side of thy lip, Like in-
Mildness.
a half smirk smile.
What is happening?
Thou
don't
art
know.
really bringing it now, Jester Jab.
Oh.
I am feeling very good about this.
Have we found the gelatinous cube yet?
Keen, did you remember to grab the pizza thing?
I have it in my pack.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Solid disc of this goo with arms like sticking out of it.
Listen, Jester Jab, thou art really bringing it now, but if thou dost turn against us, I will have thee remember the pizza disc that thou friend hast become because it crossed us, and we shall truly make thee smoldering in fire, is what I mean, if thou dost cross us in this way.
I'm Mr. Jab.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, Jester Jab, who cursed you?
I don't know.
Okay. What are you doing down in the sewer?
Killing people.
Why?
Why?
Oh, because I'm Jester Jab.
'Tis what they do.
Can't you be more than that and not kill people?
I'm trying to right now.
Jester Jab was really not the kind of action figure that was brought to tea parties. Jester Jab was an action figure, hence the word action.
Yeah, Brim.
There's no reason that action figures can't drink tea.
And
I
there's-
mean, they
Tea is for
can,
everyone.
particularly if it's sweetened to the right degree.
Indeed.
But action indicates action. The opposite of what Keen was doing with the gelatinous cube earlier.
Briv, you are a creature of action, and yet you're still able to talk and not just destroy everything you come across most of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Alindra just sort of
Am
brushes
I
her hair
an
back,
action
covering
figure
her
come to
ear.
life?
Yes, Briv, you are, and we love you for it.
Perhaps I am cursed.
Would you like me to cast or move curse?
No, I can do it on myself. And you see that Briv starts kind of just feeling
Not in
on his
public.
chest and arms. And then he doesn't waste the spell slot.
So, who has gone off down the hallway? Okay.
I
so
think we all have, just some of us are
everyone's
further
just walking
behind.
and
yeah.
having this conversation with Jester Jab. And you continue, and Jester Jab is just kind of dangling at, I assume, Briv's side the whole time.
Briv just continues to talk also. Perhaps if we lift the curse, then thou wilt be mint,
Or I'll
but
be
not
dead.
talk to us in creepy ways.
I might be dead.
'Tis a
Or I
good
might
plan.
fall
Always have
apart.
someone recast
Dead,
you.
but still mint, and worth quite a bit.
What's more valuable than a mint curse doll?
Being alive.
I am sure there are some
Ooh,
strange
burn.
markets for that out there.
Yeah, what's real?
Briv's just contemplating all of those angles as he's walking with the action figure, not doll.
All right, you see the very clean trail all the way through the gelatinous cube has just kind of burned away, and the halls are almost completely clean of any debris at the moment as you're moving forward. Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Sure. 22.
22.
Wow.
Yeah, 21.
Wow. Okay, everyone. You don't notice anything other than everything seems to be perfectly fine and safe. You do get to a large oaken door. The hall does branch off to the left and the right, and you can still see the quivering, slightly steaming Jello mass. The gelatinous cube is still like trying to run away because it got way too warm, and Jello doesn't like heat. So it is just kind of oozing its way away.
So it's to the
Okay.
left. We got a way to the right, and we have there's a door.
Yeah.
Door.
You know, the last time we went through one of these doors.
May I use clairvoyance to look and see what's on the other side of the
I
door?
don't remember. I'm gonna open it.
Go for it.
Briv walks up behind Penelope and just holds the doll in front of him as she starts to open the door.
Wait, can I?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you wanted to do
It's
something.
all good. I was going to use clairvoyance to look before we open the door. But
Oh, okay.
go ahead.
Right.
I can step back. It's fine.
Oh,
The trap has already sprung.
Yeah, Penelope Halfpint, you walk through the door, and you find just junk, just piles and piles of junk.
Are they all Jester Joe dolls, or is it a bunch of different stuff?
Bunch of weird things like scissors and knives and weapons that have been deposited here.
that's not things. That's like sharp things. That's very specific.
A very specific classification of stuff.
So
And,
there was another collection that was called Noltron that was
Oh.
a whole bunch of mechanical, like mecha Knolls that
Oh,
came together into
I
one
loved
big.
it. Yeah, Noltron, 5 Knolls, and
Yeah. So if I see any of those, I'm really dropping that and prioritizing that over Jester Jab.
Is this where the Jester Jab rare variant was?
it seems to be further along because
Okay.
this used to appear to be like an old bakery or some kind of kitchen, very large, multiple ovens, the whole deal, but long since abandoned, and there's no cobwebs or anything like that.
But filled with sharp objects.
Yes.
Am I sensing magic anywhere?
Are you sensing magic? Are you casting detect
Sure,
magic?
I will cast detect magic.
Detest magic.
Detest
I love
magic.
Okay,
It's a
that's
fighter
the
spell.
Homebrewing detest magic. That's,
Yep.
I think that's anti-magic field, and that's a little bit outside of your range right now.
It's detect magic. She's just really upset the whole time. Oh.
The
Why
key
doesn't
component
anyone
is
else ever cast spells?
Your semantic component is just a really
Heavy sigh.
Long string of expletives.
Yep.
I would like to talk to your artificer.
What is happening?
I don't know. You're the one who talked to a doll for like half the episode, so it's not on me.
And you went
Literally
with it,
40
so bravo,
minutes.
good sir.
Okay. The whole kitchen lights up immediately.
What kind of magic am I getting?
Not a specific school, possibly transmutation.
Is it a mimic?
Is what mimic?
Is it a door?
The
Is it
whole
is it
kitchen a
mouth?
mimic?
Is the entire kitchen a mimic? Or Kira's
Everything's
not saying
lit
this.
up.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
So everything in here is magical.
The whole thing?
Cool.
Pretty much. Yes.
You mean like these scissors? And this knife?
Don't touch.
And these other scissors?
And I just get ready to fight whatever's coming now.
All right, Penelope half pint. I need an opposed strength roll.
Oh,
I need
no.
2 opposed strength rolls right now.
Oh no.
Yep, just roll your strength.
Oh, it's a +0. Great. Oh, it's a 3.
Yes, it is.
20.
Natural?
Yeah, natural. Oh, you're right. It's a natural 20, everyone. The pair of scissors got a natural 20. Strength check.
That's a sentence.
That means that someone in chat right now has a chance to win a legendary bundle. That is all of the 5th edition D&D books on D&D Beyond.
Thanks to a pair of scissors.
Thanks to a pair of scissors. All right, who's very close to Penelope half pint right now?
Briv said,
probably
I
am
said
as
I
well.
walked up with the doll.
Yeah, I mean, how far into the room did you go? Because
I am willing to be near her.
Well, I figured you said it was full of stuff, so I picked up whatever was closest, so I wouldn't have gone far.
Briv is looking for Noltron and other jester jabs, and
I'm gonna roll randomly who
I mean, I'll say I'm nearby. I'd probably.
Keen
no.
Deapreth. Come on down.
Oh no.
Keen, what's your armor class?
16.
All right. This is going to get weird.
It's going to get.
It's going to get extra weird.
Oh no.
Oh. Penelope Halfpint slashes at you with the knife suddenly, almost uncontrollably. And the scissors hit you right in the chest.
Wait, she's attacking him?
Yeah, the
Oh,
knives.
warding flare.
Yeah.
No, you attack with. I don't know who's attacking. They attack with disadvantage. The
Okay.
scissors attack with disadvantage.
All right, I'll make another. The scissors attack, but the scissors are alarmed by warding flare.
So I'm alarmed by what looks like a scissor attack.
Keen, you just barely move out of the way as a flare goes up, and these scissors just kind of almost. It seems like the screw, the little nail in the scissors, are almost like an eye looking at you as they like streak past your face and seem to almost have a fiendish grin for a pair of scissors.
Sorry.
Ah,
Sorry.
drop it. Drop
Put them
it.
down. Put them down.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
The entire room suddenly becomes a lot.
art thou doing this? Briv's looking at the jester jab.
No, but it's kind of cool, right?
Whenever it's my turn, I'm putting him back in the bag of holding. Thou art going to a timeout.
3 of the furnaces get up off their clawed-footed legs and start marching out of their places. You can see still the grease stains where the cooking has been going on for centuries as they pull up, and you can actually, there's like ages of grease that could tear off the walls, and these 3 large ovens glowing with fire inside of them start walking towards you.
Okay,
Perhaps
time to leave.
Boom. Perhaps we should get out.
Yes,
will-
yes.
I will
I
avoid. the
typically
scissors
don't
again.
run from fights, but I kind of agree with thee.
I will pull Penelope out as fast as I can while avoiding her scissors.
Okay.
Well, you dropped the scissors, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you drop the scissors.
I will cover her with my body as we get past the door at least.
Yep. Out. Out.
Okay.
Out. Out. Out.
You shut the door.
Wait for everybody to get out first.
Yes. Ninja run. Ah.
All right, so everyone is basically disengaging at this moment.
That room is very dangerous. I wish we could have foreseen that.
I need everyone.
If only someone had looked on the other side before we opened the door.
Everyone I need a dexterity saving throw. I need 3 of them right now as all of these ovens belch fire.
Is everybody within 10 feet since we're in a hallway?
Yes,
plus
Yeah, but
four,
totally.
we're all-
Everyone's with it, yeah.
Thank you. That will help against my negatives. What did you
Actually,
say?
just make me one dexterity saving throw each.
17.
Okay.
17 does it.
7.
Even with my +4?
I rolled a 5,
Wow.
and I still have the -2 in math.
Okay.
14.
Is this Dex, you said, save?
Yep. All you have to beat is a DC 10.
Wait,
No.
there's a math skill?
All right, everyone who oh, this is bad. So all of these ovens just belch fire all over the entire kitchen. The entire kitchen is engulfed in flames. Everyone who saved, you take 33 points of fire.
Wow.
No way.
Everyone who failed takes 66.
Except I'm
No.
resistant, so I take 33.
So we're back to that.
So it's
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
And I am wearing a Death Knight's armor, which is resistant to fire.
Nice. How about Alindra?
I will absorb elements. So I'll
Yeah.
take half of that.
Okay.
I too will absorb elements.
This is a real creature in D&D, everyone.
Animated oven.
how's
Yes.
everybody looking after that? So we close the door and everyone's smoking. What does everybody look like?
Ow.
Ow.
33, so it'll be 33.
Lindra's currently doing the math of her being on fire.
Yeah, how on fire are all of you?
Briv is just like definitely got flames all over him.
Yeah.
And then his loincloth kind of gets burned a whole lot, and it's much thinner than it was before he gets the flames out.
TMI. So what you were saying is you have a burning down there. Okay.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
start casting. I'll start.
There's
curing
a
people.
fire in mine,
Nope.
Nope.
in the nether realm.
Okay. What's everyone doing?
I'm gonna start healing people. How Penelope, you need help?
Couldn't hurt. You just, her hair is kind of sizzling.
It definitely doesn't hurt.
How?
It's opposite of that, in fact.
Okay.
Could I have absorbed any more for Penelope, trying to cover her?
Well, I was able to absorb elements as well,
okay.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everyone can absorb elements besides Briv? Good thing I'm so tough already.
And good thing that was fire. Okay. So, give me an idea where everybody's at, because I'll do some healing. I just
You're all around the door.
no. I mean,
Oh, you're where you're at.
on a
Where you at
scale of
physically?
1 to the maximum amount of health that you have.
Events is always, well, I'm kind of down.
How
Uh,
secure is the door right now? Like, do I feel like these things are just going to come
Oh, yeah,
through?
they're slamming into the door. Yeah, they're trying to get out.
My back is against it.
Briv
Okay.
too. I start like pulling metal out of my pores and like trying to put spikes into the wall next to me to just see how much I can try to keep the door closed.
You see
Here's a
little-
temporary solution, folks.
You see like little butcher knives and other implements trying to squeeze underneath the door at this moment, just trying to like slash desperately, but their handles are keeping them from getting completely out from under the door. So there's
What
this like
is
this
going on
whirlwind
in
of
this place?
blades underneath the door right now, trying to get at your feet.
Lord
Penelope.
Keeper, how is this possible that these things are all animated? What kind of magic is this?
They could have been transmuted. They could have been imbued with all sorts of different things. I'm not sure. I didn't take the time to really examine them. But Penelope, can you dispel the magic here?
I think I can dispel like one thing. You want me to do this?
Might be a good time.
You
Well,
may want to
probably
look
a lot.
into it.
There's
This
a
is
lot.
dangerous.
Fire.
They cannot get through the door, but if one will not stop all of them, that is not enough.
Or we could run.
Will we
Do
get
that too.
paid if we just bring in the little pizza disc? Or should we take care of all of this? No one should come down here, is what the gnomes should be told.
Something is obviously bringing things to life that want to kill anything it comes across. We should probably figure out who that is. Also, I will just gently put my claws on Penelope's shoulder, and you get 19 hit points back, as I'll just cast.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, and just let me know however, like, Alindra, how you doing?
I'm
How you
on
doing?
a scale of. If I was on a scale of 1 to 64, I might be around a 48.
Okay, I'll drop a second level on you as well. As she continues to say, yeah, there's something down here bringing things to life. We should probably find that thing, and then they can come down here and deal with the rest of it later.
Yes, someone is using perhaps awakening to. There's a spell they'll be using to awaken these creatures.
You get 13 hit points back, Alindra.
Thank you.
Perhaps you should ask Little Wooden Face what is the first thing he saw.
Stick my hand in the bag. What is the first thing that thou didst see? Was it mine beautiful mug or something else?
No, I saw. Oh, there was a machine, and there was a very, very nice man making things.
What
With
did
the
this man look like? Was he handsome like me or
was
some other?
giant? He was a giant.
Bigger than me?
I'm not good with scale. Very large man, big ears. Yes.
Bigger than mine?
I'm not very good with scale.
Very well. Thou art not very helpful. There's some kind of machine,
It got
is what
hot.
Chester Jab says.
Right?
Do you know where the machine and the guy are?
I do.
Oh, more helpful. Where is it?
If you let me live, I'll tell you where.
Oh, sure, we will let thee live.
Roll a deception check.
It's the
hope-
truth. We just didn't say how long.
Oh, Briv is trying to deceive.
Let's
be
see.
clear.
That is 19 plus.
Oh, a dirty 20. So it sounds like probably not, though, if he rolled a 19 on the die.
Sorry.
How charismatic is a Jester Jab?
Oh, yeah, you got it. Wow.
Oh,
by
nice.
1. Yeah, charisma 0.
It's like, we shall let thee live. And then basically I just lower him out of my field of view and like everybody else.
Brim says that, and Orkira goes, yeah, as long as you don't try to kill us, we won't try to kill you.
He hugs your big, large orc hand. You're my bestest friend.
I am right now. Thou art for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Briv.
I have some sort of affinity for thee, Jester Jab.
Okay.
We tolerate you, Jester Jab.
I tolerate you.
Alindra is always like that. Don't take it personally.
She seems mean.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I tolerate you
She's
too.
very
Briv.
smart, though.
Okay.
So are we going to this machine with the big man and we're gonna save everybody by probably destroying the machine and maybe making friends with the man?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
go.
can
We'll
you
probably kill the man.
tell
but
us?
Where is it?
It's down the hallway, and then you take a right, and then there are some stairs, and they go round and round and round. It took me a long time to climb them because I am very tiny. Oh, and then you keep going down the hall, and there's an armory. Don't go in there. That's bad. And then you pass the armory, take a right, and that's when you find the maker's shop.
Orkira's gonna cast a first level Cure Wounds on herself and then point at the door they just closed and go, that armory right there?
No, that's the kitchen. How
I don't
old
know.
are you?
It kind of seemed like an armory. There was a lot of stuff that wanted to kill us.
It's very clearly a kitchen. I'm Jester Joe. I'm not a cook, but look like a kitchen to me.
It looked like a kitchen full of sharp objects that wanted to kill us. That sounds like an armory. All right.
All can be the same thing.
Exactly. I think we're both right.
Those two are not mutually exclusive.
100%. All right. Lead on.
I wasn't exclusive.
Thou wert not an exclusive. The variant that has the oaken face was.
Oh.
Dost not fool thyself.
Oh. Okay.
'Tis okay. Thou art mint. It means something.
That's true. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Not really, but we
Let's-
will.
Let's
Brim
go.
isn't ready to
Let's
go.
go
What?
see heroes.
This doll has overstayed his welcome. That is why, and he lowers the doll.
What are you guys saying over there?
Oh, nothing at all.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Drops to the ground, dusts himself off. puffs up to battle and sticks out his large cleaver and starts running down the hallway.
Where did he get that from?
I'm Jester Joe.
Perhaps,
Gab Jester. I don't remember.
perhaps, if you wish, I will take this back to the Feywild after. He shows promise. I kind of like him. I start to walk after the little warrior charging forward.
All right, everyone starts following.
Alindra, we need to have a serious so Briv is just going to kind of float back just a little bit. Alindra, Keen has been acting very strangely, and Briv is trying to whisper and be very quiet.
You have the telepathic if you want to use it.
Oh, we all hear that though?
Is that a party line? Or?
It's a party line, but I believe you can choose who you're
even better.
It's a Discord call, and you can have a backdoor call into it.
But this is Briv using it.
Briv thinks really, really hard, and every time he talks, no matter what, he puts his fingers to his temple here, and he's just like.
I will need to double check that to make sure, but
either way, Briv thinks that, and so Briv says, "Alindra."
Yes,
and then he's mouthing the words too, like Harrison Ford in that one scene. So he's mouthing the words, and he's like, Alindra, Keen has been acting very strangely. First of all, he completely whiffed on that gelatinous cube, and that is completely unlike him. So something is off with him.
Sweet dance moves.
Yes, but anyone can dance. But listen, he completely whiffed on the gelatinous cube, and then he just said that the Jester Jab, which, don't get me wrong, I am completely enamored of its quality and its value. It is not a good thing. It is very clear and obvious at this point. It is not a good thing. And so Keen wants to take it back to meet his parents. Something is wrong with him.
These are interesting points, Briv.
I know, I thought of them all myself.
I'm very proud of you.
God, it checks out.
It does. We will watch carefully and see if anything else is off or strange.
I just wanted to let someone that knows more about this than me know. I'm surprised you didn't already think of this.
It's true. I will, well done, Briv.
Over and out. And he says that part out loud.
What, we're leaving?
That's gotta be your new thing. Every time you do any ability is like, lay on hands!
Can I do a detect thoughts on Jester Jab as we ask questions about this place we're going to see what I can figure out?
You want guest detect thoughts and Jester Jab?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know as much as we can about what we're heading into.
Tell me about detect thoughts.
So the initial pass will be I get surface level thoughts about what's going on, the kind of primary things on its mind. Let me find it. Where is it? I know I have it.
Okay.
And then if I choose to, I can dig deeper.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay. So I rolled a natural 20. Everyone in chat.
Okay. I was gonna portent on this. But
that's fine. Someone still wins a legendary bundle, though. We're not going to let Alindra steal everyone's fun.
Don't let Alindra steal thine
Don't
fun.
let Alindra steals your bundle.
No.
Someone in chat gets a chance to win a legendary bundle. All right. So, what number have you foreseen?
So I have foreseen a 12, and the save on this is a wisdom 16 when I probe deeper.
Okay. You probe deeper, and it's all I can really describe that happens is you make this magical connection with something that is deeper and darker than you suspected, and you can almost hear that in your head, and you feel like you see spirals moving around in your eyes, just black and white spirals over and over again, and you see kind of like the entire career of Jester Jab. Jester Jab is always in the present moment, always stabbing things, always running around trying to murder stuff, and their memories are not entirely linear. And then everything goes dark for a second, and you're back. But the hallway is immense, horrifyingly immense to your eyes now. Alindra's head slowly turns to all of you. Hi. I'm Jester Jab. And she has the rosiest pink cheeks.
Wait, what?
Alindra, art thou okay in there?
Yes, I'm totally fine.
Okay.
Keen. Briv's
Wait,
just
so
trying this
Alindra's-
out now. That he
So
thinks he can talk
just to
individuals.
check, if I am being charmed, I have advantage on that save.
Yep, that's not what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Alindra's body just said, "I'm Jester Jab."
Yeah, out loud. I'm just
Wait, Alindra said, I'm just a jab?
Yeah.
Alindra standing there said, I'm just a jab.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire.
Oh no, no, no.
That is Alindra, no? Wait, where's the little wooden face?
Yeah, where's the
Oh,
doll?
it's standing there, seemingly shocked.
What did thou do?
It stopped running.
You
I
let her
pick-
go right this instant.
I pick it
or
up.
thou wilt not get ice cream.
Wow, this is a new feeling. I feel very tall. Did you say kill it with fire?
Not right now, and I'm not talking to thee. You release her right now.
Wait, there's so many. She's really smart.
Of course she is.
Oh no.
She's
I
actually
think
not quite
it is
so bad.
rummaging through your
Give
memories.
me a moment to think.
No, 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 no.
Is
Stay out of there. It's not for
Has-
you.
Briv smacks the doll. Whack.
the doll or Alindra?
The doll.
No! That was Alindra!
He does. He smack like because the doll is not listening to him, and he is calling it a doll right now. So that is very important.
Is this Alindra?
Yes, I am totally Alindra. Alindra, you are a wooden doll. You are now Jester Jab.
Can I talk as the doll?
Yes,
Or-
you can. What does Alindra doll
Does she
sound
talk before I smack it?
Like? She may. You may talk beforehand.
No, no, it's me, it's me, it's me.
I know it's you, and I'm telling you to release her.
No, 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 no.
No, it's Alindra, it's Alindra, it's Alindra. It switched us.
Alindra,
I think it's a little Alindra.
tis freaky.
Mm.
Alindra, I'm bigger than you.
So then
This
Briv
is what
walks
you're
over to
focusing on.
tall Alindra here, Jester Jab Alindra or whatever, and says, "This is thine doing. Thou wilt release her." And then he smacks Alindra's body.
Ow! And just poofs into just mist and appears 30 feet away and reappears. Whoa! I didn't know I could.
Do not use all of her spell slots.
I didn't know I could. I didn't know I could do that.
How do we switch?
I should mark these as you use them, right, Todd?
So what?
I should mark these off as you use them.
Little column A, little column B. For now, yes. I'm in your character sheet.
Oh, okay. Then I won't do anything.
He's in your driver's seat. I'm gonna just walk up to Alindra's body, and I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder, on the Alindra's body shoulder. I'm gonna look at the doll, and I'm gonna say, "You should switch back." And I'm gonna cast Remove Curse.
Hold on.
Are you sure you want to do it?
I-
Will they not be locked into position? Is that a possibility?
If I crush the doll, it'll all fix this, correct?
No,
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 this
no,
is-
no, no, no.
This is Alindra.
What are you casting Remove Curse on?
Well, I was in front of Alindra's body. But as I go to touch, if everyone goes, no, I will pause, but I'll still say, you should switch back.
And do you cast Remove Curse?
No, because everybody freaked out behind me, so I'll just say it, but I'll keep my hand there. You should switch back.
Alindra, you are the Lawmaster. What do you think?
You guys have done so many things.
We have.
Oh, wow. You have so many memories in your head. How do you
We shall
keep it all
do even
inside?
more to thee.
Okay.
Yes.
If thou dost not release her.
Is this a spell book?
Oh,
Is
no.
this a hammer?
No.
Please switch back so that we don't
Say the
have
words
to...
and I will crush the doll.
Please
Do I know?
switch.
Do I know enough about any sort of possession or body swapping magic to know how you end
Make
that?
an Arcana check. And just keeps on dumping things out of like her bag of
I
holding
will.
and stuff.
I have foreseen this moment, so that would be a 30. So it's an 18 on the
damn.
die plus 12.
You foresaw this?
Yes.
Wow.
This particular check.
That's some strong magic.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to know about this someday. And today
No
was that
one
day.
saw this coming.
No one.
No one.
No.
I just have like doll Alindra holding her hand up like Doctor Strange.
Yep.
That one in a billion moment.
I knew one day as I was flipping through a book, talking to one of the elders of Clan Monkey Mouse, that I would need to know this someday.
So
And Alindra hunches over her form, not the doll, and with the big rosy cheeks.
I feel very good now. I don't have to pretend.
Oh, 9 hells no.
Remove the curse.
Well-
remove the curse.
What's this?
I'm listening. So wait, what did Alindra get? Because she was gonna say what to do. What did she
You
get? on
know
her
that
check?
you are permanently attached to this, so if they could remove curse on you, something very bad potentially could happen.
Don't remove the curse, don't remove the curse, don't remove the curse.
Oh,
Okay, that's what I was waiting on. Was for
oh my god.
It has a 50-50% chance. You have a percentage chance for if they cast remove curse, it will release you and you will be fine.
Well, how did this happen in the first place?
A level 2 spell.
What is this cube?
I am going to step forward and just simply like try to grab the little toy that's Alindra
Okay.
and bring it over next to Alindra's body that is Jester Jab. That's not creepy at all.
It is
And-
30 feet away, and at every step you take to try to get closer, it holds up a wand.
I'm right next to it, so if it tries
that's
to
fine.
move
I'm going
away,
to say-
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on it.
Well,
I
Alindra
told
Misty
thee.
stepped 30 feet away.
Yeah, and I walked up and I put my hand on its shoulder and said what happened, and was gonna remove curse, and everybody
Oh, I
behind me
didn't know.
freaked
I didn't know
out.
that's what you had to do. Sorry, it would not
Yeah.
let you get that close. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, sorry. I thought you were doing it at range.
Okay, well, I'll
I-
still cast Hold Person on it because that's, I believe, at range.
Well,
Okay.
I am just simply going to say, I told thee to let her go, and I'm going to cast protection from evil and good that has a component that if someone is charmed, frightened, or possessed, they get a new saving throw with advantage against that effect.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, I'll allow it.
Why won't you let me go? Let me stay. I am having fun.
I told thee, let her go.
And you're casting hold person.
I'm actually not casting Hold Person. I did not prepare that today, so no.
I like this thing. This cube. Is it called a cubic gate?
Presses the button
Well, wait,
and
did-
just zoom
Wait,
right through a portal.
Did Briv's thing go off first?
It did go off. You can make a saving throw.
With
You said
advantage.
with advantage, right?
Yep.
And what kind of save am I doing?
Wisdom.
Nine dice.
And if she's 10 feet away
That's
from
fair.
me. Yeah.
Yes, that is a 19 on the dice, so that's plus 6 is 25 plus 4. So it's a 29 save.
Okay, you step right through the portal and you wrest control, and you change positions with Jester Jab, but you go through the portal.
Okay.
Is the portal still open?
Is the portal still open?
Can I Misty step through the portal before it closes so she doesn't have to go alone?
Yes, you can. The portal is still open.
Everybody, Briv is going through if it is still open.
Yep.
If he acknowledges, if he knows that this was successful and Alindra, has retained her consciousness, he's going to go through.
Did Keen take the doll?
Oh shit!
Okay, wait. So Briv, you say something about that this worked?
Well, I mean, how would I know? I would assume that she would say like regain or something. It's the way I would know, right? Or something. Or...
Yeah, you have no way of knowing.
There's no way to know if they short
come through a portal, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. So
okay, I don't say anything then. If I don't actually know, I just go through the portal with the doll.
I will scoop up whatever was dropped and fly through the portal.
All right, you enter the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, we're home! Great.
There is a giant river of lava. The portal is still open at this moment, and you see Jester Jab on the other side of the portal going, "No, I'm friendly now. You can let's detect my thoughts again."
Alindra, art thou thyself?
I am.
Prove it.
You're an idiot.
I'm gonna hand Alindra back all of her stuff, and I'm gonna turn to Briv and I'm gonna say, "Remember how he said we're gonna kill it with fire?"
I believe that thou wert right.
River of fire, go nuts.
I'm just. I say, Alindra, can we return to where we were with this gate?
Is the portal not still open?
The portal is still open.
Yes, we can.
Everyone in. We shall leave it here to roast.
Throw it in the lava first, and then we go.
That's what he's doing. So, Briv,
You're going to go through the portal.
If everyone is going through the portal, Briv's going to get there and get ready to step through. I was truly excited when I found thee. Even more excited when thou didst come with the mending into mint condition. But thou hast overstayed thine welcome. Thou wilt be killed.
Briv, stop monologuing and throw it in the fire already.
Oh, okay, you're right. And then he just slings it and steps into the portal.
And as we go back through the portal, I put my hand on your shoulder and I go, "I know where the variant is."
You just
Huzzah!
No, detect my thoughts. It's full of love. No, it just slowly sinks into lava. God, no, pain. I just wanted to be alive.
Thou didst deserve it.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
Hasta la vista, Jester.
So good.
Is it?
It's so something.
When we all rush through the portal, Orkira will turn around at the entrance. Like, she'll be on the Wildmount side, but she'll be looking through the portal kind of wistfully, like... All right, we should go and find out who's doing the evil thing.
He was mint condition, too.
Mint condition, evil.
Alindra, while you were the doll, did you also have his memories?
Did I?
Yeah, playing memories, all kinds of wacky memories, and now you're proficient in knives, very, very proficient in knives and swords.
I already was proficient in short swords and long swords.
Well, then I guess you got nothing out of it.
And simple weapons. Cool.
But now, as a bonus action, you can flourish and look really, really good with it.
Ooh.
But now you have the rosiest cheeks.
I never have to buy blush ever again.
Thine color hast improved, Alindra. Perhaps 'twas not all a
Just
loss.
have a knife lying around.
Because
I am concerned.
it's come up in so many D&D games that it's worthwhile.
Did you foresee this moment too?
I did. I
How
definitely did.
dangerous are the Zoom calls that you are taking right now?
She's a real diviner.
Really more
this was
props
like
around.
a thank you gift from Level Leader last year.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Chris Funk.
Okay, nice.
That's funky.
You
So
go
if-
back to the portal. The portal closes to the elemental plane of fire. You
bye.
have memories exactly where the creation forge is.
Okay. And how far is the Creation Forge from where we are?
It'll take you probably about 10 minutes to get there. A lot faster now that you're not following a tiny murderous doll.
Excellent. Let's not pick up any other sentient dolls if we can
So,
help it.
listen, I have a confession to make. I should never have picked up a doll that was not the rare variant. So I promise not to do that again unless it is the rare variant.
Can we just remove any curses on the rare variant first before you pick it up this time? Please?
Yes,
'Tis fair. Yes.
Excellent.
it's better than destroying it with fire.
I think
Speaking
so.
of which, if we get to a room full of these things, do you have a contingency plan for that? Fire, lots of it.
Fire is never a contingency.
Do you have a plan A?
Is it a
Or
certainty?
Lots of
A
fire.
is lots of fire.
Yeah, plan A is always lots of fire. Plan B is usually healing. Plan B is then dependent on what plan A and plan B did.
You're a very weird cleric.
While I was in its head, did I find anything about its vulnerabilities or, anything
Fire.
like that? Just fire.
For sure.
Okay.
Most
Lava.
things are pretty vulnerable to fire.
Great.
Being picked up by giant orc men and being thrown into pits of lava.
Excellent.
The
Well,
entire
fire
elemental
it
plane of
is.
fire.
Not having the high ground.
I
can
mean,
go all
I
day.
suppose we could open another portal to the elemental plane of fire and somehow push them in. Could
Canst
we
thou
use one of the
control
gelatinous-
this cubic gate? And if thou canst control it,
Oh,
why
it-
have I not returned home yet?
It only gets one charge a day, I think.
Well,
So
I thought
no
that was
more
the-
just dumping them all into the plane of fire. So what's the new plan?
I mean, we don't need an entire plane of fire to make fire happen.
It doesn't hurt.
It's true.
Agreed, and trust me, plane of fire is awesome. However, we don't need the entire plane. Plus, don't we want to actually talk to the guy who's in charge of this thing? Find out why?
I want to see where the rest, where his source is, where he is getting these action figures, to see if I can track down Noltron.
Oh no, it has 3 charges, so we can do that again.
But you can't
Um,
control what plane it goes to, right?
Well, it also has plane shift, so I can cast either gate or plane shift. So I suppose. Yeah.
So we can just go home and forget about this gnome forsaken quest.
Hey, we were paid to do a job.
We got
so-
paid way more in my loincloth here.
Yeah, if we have a specific place in a plane, yeah, we can just do that. And then if we know,
We should at least figure out what's going on with the guy who's making the murder dolls.
yes, so that because
Very
we love the
well.
gnomes here, we don't want them all killed by
Do
toys. They party beautifully. It's wonderful. They
Happy
have
half
have
pint.
robot fights and they have drinking contests and they have
Revels.
whatever Freely was up to.
Would
It's fun.
not constitute a great deal of evil? Can you not feel these things, Reeve?
I forgot I could do that. We used to have Freely around to do that continually. But perhaps I shall try my hand at it. Briv kind of shakes it off. He's like, I have to do all this now. Silly little halfling goes off. And he kind of just puts his hand out. A little echo of blue energy just kind of pulses down the hallway. Do I sense any evil or however we're letting that work here?
Let's go back to
within
the
60 feet.
original function of
That
divine sense.
I'm fine to do that.
Yeah.
This is probably a good reset point.
Yeah, this is good time not to sense everything.
So I can detect good and evil. So until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover. So really the limitation here is celestial fiend or undead. So
yeah, you don't detect evil doesn't you don't define evil.
Yeah, it's of the creature types. But also we know where the rare variant is, so that may be where the forge is too.
So I do it still just to see, and then I simply say that I don't know what kind of deal Freely had worked out, but I am not able to do anything past just outsider creatures and knowing whether they are here.
All right. What's everyone doing?
Can you locate things, Lore Keeper?
I know where that doll. I know where the doll was.
We will follow your lead when you're ready.
So I suppose we head towards where the doll was.
Okay. You wind through the dungeon. You go down the stairs. You see one of the quivering gelatinous cubes, but it's like quite scared of Orkira at this point. It's sentient enough to know that fire is bad for it, so it's
extra
leaving
quivery.
you all alone. It's jiggling.
Wobble, wobble, wobble.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
right.
A little bad.
You feel a little bad.
Yeah, I feel a little bad about that one.
We shall burn thee and make thee liquid and not jello.
It quivers.
We use one of the gelatinous cubes to our advantage to like suck up all of these dolls.
Weaponized cube.
I probably shouldn't be around when we're trying to convince one of them to help us.
Just scare them into going a certain way.
Penelope, dost thou speak gelatinous? I thought that thou wert fluent.
I stop and look at Penelope. Could you say that again?
And that translates as...
The gelatinous cube goes...
Oh, wait, I knew that one word.
I'm just asking it to be my friend.
I think it said something good there, yes.
Until that moment, I thought she was joking. Now I listen.
What do you try to say?
Well, you know, she wasn't really paying attention to what she was supposed to be saying, so she's just like, hello, do you want to be my friend?
Briv
Apparently
pokes
now I
on
speak
Penelope's
it.
shoulder and just says, ask it if it will help us kill all these insane dolls.
Okay. I actually don't know how to speak this language. I'm totally just making this up. Keen, what should I do?
Do it slow and loud. It works.
I need a deception check from Penelope. Half points.
Wait, do I have tongues right now? Oh no. Can I telepathically bond it to Penelope? So it understands?
Oh no. Yes, you can. You can.
Okay, it's going to take a minute. So I'm going to just start doing this and I'm going to extend the telepathic bond to this gelatinous cube. So it's now in the circle of it's in the Discord.
In that minute, Briv is going to say, will you help us kill little dolls? And he just keeps like trying to get that message over and over to the cube.
All right. You connect Penelope Halfpine's mind with the gelatinous cube because no one's learned a thing from this show. Not even in the last 20 minutes. And Penelope, you've always been a bright halfling, but suddenly some things that you touch mentally take something away. And you just go, you're like, I'm Penelope Halfpine. And you connect with the gelatinous cube. And I don't know how to describe a single thought organism.
It just communicates. Whether or not it has a common language, it can communicate. So it's ideas, it's shapes, it's images. It could be anything like that. So
Penelope.
Wobbles.
Just put one thought in its mind about killing.
No, do not listen to him.
I mean, it's going to be a succession of events. We got to start with killing, and then we'll put a thought about a doll
Okay,
in there.
okay. I got it.
Become friends if you wish.
And my one thought to it is,
Why is everybody touching the temples? What is the point of touching your temple?
It
This
helps.
is nothing.
'Tis an antenna, like an ant, Keen.
so Penelope's one thought is,
Make friends with all of the dolls and give them a big hug.
That seems like more than one thought.
Yes, I like that idea.
Why is the gelatinous cube very white?
What?
Starts oozing away down the stairs.
Why isn't it, Briv? Why not?
So we're all in
Can't
on
get
this
enough
loop,
of my
by the
little
way.
baby.
Times to make friends. Friends make friends, making friends. I'm going to make a friend.
And it just plump, 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 plump.
Penelope,
down the
Two punches.
stairs.
Is
thou
it
hast
heading in
been a
the-
hero today.
Is it heading in the direction of?
Oh yeah, it's
the-
going right for the Crater Forge right now. This is very difficult for you,
We-
Penelope Halfpint.
We should follow our wobbly friend. Penelope's wobbly friend. This being.
You hear a thought in your head, Penelope, as it gets to the bottom of the stairs in front of a very large double iron door.
Stuck. Stuck.
I thought
Stuck.
thou wert gel, just kind of
Stuck.
like go in the seams.
I gotta go help. I go help.
Wait, canst thou step to the side while we get the door? We don't want to hug thee at this point.
Not really hugging people.
What is your friend's name, Penelope?
Gelatinous cube.
Jerry?
Oh,
Jerry.
that should be easy to remember.
Jerry the gelatinous cube.
Jerry. I like it. Thanks, Orkira.
Sure.
Happy to help.
I step out of your way.
Yes, Satan. All right, so
It slowly oozes away, and you can still see the grinning skeletons inside of it.
oh god.
As it pours itself to the right.
I love Jerry. What kind of door is this? Like
It's a double iron
but
door.
Is it locked? Does it?
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay, Briv is going to just shake on it and see if it opens. That's what he normally tries to do.
No, it just shakes. Like you're too early at Best Buy. It just doesn't open.
All right, so, but I've waited all
I don't know why I
night.
went there.
All right, so is there a lock that Briv can see?
Yeah, there's clearly a lock.
All right, Briv holds up his finger and he pushes just a little bit of metal out. And
Okay.
he's going to try to use this a lock pick, and he's going to try to pick the lock.
The lock tries to bite your finger clean off. You take 17 points of slashing damage. as the mouth, the lock becomes a mouth and just slams shut. And at this same exact moment, Penelope Halfpint, you are hit by what's your armor class?
14.
14. That's very unfortunate. Logic and reason jump off of Alindra and stab you. Her
No,
sword
what?
stabs you,
Ah!
and her hammer strikes at you.
One of those,
Fine
I'm gonna
finger.
warding flare. The sword. I'll
Okay.
warding flare the sword. It has
Warding
to-
flare the sword,
Yeah, sure.
Oh, what? No.
and you succeed. Okay, the sword does not slash you, but the hammer strikes Penelope Halfpint as it literally leaps up into the air and slams into her.
Is
Penelope
this a
Halfpint.
viral curse?
No, I did
What
not
is
want
going
to
on?
bash you over the head with logic.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Keen, I think something is wrong with Alindra. She's not acting herself. She's become some
Get your
type
finger
of
off
doll.
your head! Stop!
And
Get
she-
your finger off your head! I grabbed
Wait,
him and
I can hear you, you know.
Did the weapons just move on their own, or was
Yeah, they moved on
Alindra-
their own
Okay.
completely.
Okay.
Are these truly your weapons, or are they not anymore? Is this a viral curse?
I've
And you see
never-
a new magic on them?
Everything's alive.
I would need 10 minutes to find out.
We won't have 10 minutes. The door is trying to eat Briv and your weapons.
Then I
It
am not
shall
going to be able
not
to find out.
succeed.
How
Or
did
I
they
shall
move?
at least
Are
give it
they...
indigestion.
Everybody know the door.
They left magically.
Kick.
It's almost like they bent and twisted their form to actually animate.
Can we back away from the door? Penelope, can you ask the cube what's going on?
I mean, I can, but I don't know. I don't know if it knows. I really don't think so.
Penelope, can you dispel magic?
Yes. Yes.
So much. It's so cute.
Oh, the realization.
You cast
Just-
Dispel Magic?
Dispel magic on the door.
Okay.
Not with my finger in it.
Listen, if you left your finger in it while it was still trying to bite you, that's your own
that's on
fault.
you, buddy. The magic, you
Thou
feel the
dost
magic
not
dissipate
judge.
off the door, actually.
And what's
What does that mean?
It's not biting, trying to bite Briv's finger clean off anymore.
Is my finger clean off, or do I still have a finger?
No, it's bent.
Is it?
I just take it and like put it back on there and use lay on hands to heal however much I need to still have
No.
a finger.
No. It's like bending
No?
a spoon. No, you do it. You do it.
Oh.
It's just horrifying. No. As someone who's dislocated anything, no.
Oh.
Open it. Let's open the door.
I saw the sparkles. Is that good sparkles or bad sparkles?
Always good sparkles. You can't have bad sparkles.
No, that's fair.
It's not
You
a
do
thing.
see, what's the name of the hammer again, Alendra?
The hammer is logic.
Yeah, logic is slowly inching worming its way away
No,
from
I'm sorry.
you.
Reason is the mace.
Yeah, your logic and reason are both running for it.
Away?
Running for what? Oh,
Can I cast a mage hand to grab them? Bring them back?
They're not getting very far right now.
I mean,
So-
they don't have feet.
Yeah.
They are
But
not.
the hammer is getting ahead.
Oh,
whoa!
cheers.
All right.
Well done.
Well
Well
done.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to touch anything after I got possessed. I don't want to be in the hammer or the sword. I like being a person.
No,
I
I
don't
like.
like being an object.
Is the door open at this point?
Yeah, you can. You
All
can
right.
open the door.
I'm gonna open the door. What do I see?
You open the door and you see this giant furnace. You see this wizened, gray-haired, old, gnomish tinker with tiny little spectacles. Long since dead.
He's dead.
Meticulously taken care of, beard beautifully trimmed, dusted every day by all of these little jester jabs and jester joes. He's just been taken care of, and he is at least 100 years old. Been dead for 100 years.
Is the furnace still on?
Yes. And there are several toys inside.
I yell
Busying,
out.
making more toys, making more devices, animating things.
I just yell out to them, all of thee. I dost not think that thou art ready for this jelly. And then I look over to Jerry and say, charge! And then it starts moving forward at only 15 feet.
He only responds, Penelope, half pint.
Briv still does every bit of that.
Yeah, Penelope will just be like,
Briv looks back.
What are you doing? What's this mean?
I'm pointing.
Okay.
Friends.
Charge, he says again.
Iron runs.
And just squeezes through like cranberry being shaken out of a can. Just goes right through the doorway, and all of these, you see hundreds of these toys and animated scissors and blades and everything else just jump up and rush the gelatinous cube all at once. They're all attacking Jerry the gelatinous cube, as it engulfs the entire room. And you just hear the screams of all the Jester Joes. Horrible screams as they're slowly engulfed by Jerry the gelatinous cube.
Do I see a rare variant with an oaken face painted white?
In slow motion, you see the mint condition Jester Joe.
I made a promise.
How close is it to Briv?
I made a promise. I send out a mage hand and I grab it.
Well, and before that happens, sadly,
no.
He looks over like he's going to attack Jerry the gelatinous cube. He's got his knife is like completely shiny. In fact, he's still in some of his original boxing.
All accessories, even?
All the accessories. And he turns and looks at Briv. And then Jerry engulfs him completely. And his face just melts. And his packaging oozes away. And he sticks his hand out. Oh God!
That's twice in one game. This is awesome.
I cannot. I am broken.
Briv, I promised you one. I will find a way to get you one. I promise. The magic seems to be coming from the forge or from the
Not even supposed
guy.
to be touching my face.
There's always room for mint jelly.
Goes very well with the lamb.
You see the mint condition Jester Joe's arm just it burns off and falls to the ground. Separate from Jerry. And Jerry has all of these beautiful toys, all these gnomish toys and devices inside, and they're being slowly pushed up into Jerry, up into the center of Jerry, up into the sky, and you see all these tiny little figurines with the skeletons that are already there of the Crown's Guard, and all these little toys start melting as well, and they're little skeleton toy frames, and it's as if you're looking at an entire army inside of Jerry, slowly melting away.
Penelope, tell your gelatinous cube friend that he's beautiful. Also to leave because I want to fireball the whole place.
He is a butcher.
We are all connected to Jerry.
Okay, it's okay. I got this. You're beautiful. Oh.
Wait, what did he say, Penelope? Did he apologize for ruining such a priceless artifact?
Sure. Yes, he's very sorry.
What is happening in my career?
Is there anything left in the room that's moving?
There's nothing. It's all inside of Jerry, slowly melting away.
Okay.
The furnace is still on, but you're not being attacked by anything now.
Hey, Alindra, you want to go check out?
And Jerry is very full.
I think we should go look at the furnace. And there's that one arm left from the mint condition limited edition, correct?
Yeah, it's a little cooked off arm.
Okay. I want to make sure that is
kind of grabs it and is just looking at it mournfully.
Let him mourn for a little bit. We'll go check out the furnace.
Okay. What is going on with the furnace?
What do you cast? Do you cast anything? You want?
No, I mean, I'll detect magic, I guess.
You cast detect magic. Make me an arcana roll on top of that, if you don't mind.
It's an 18 on the die, so that's a 30.
Wow. Okay. So when you do so, it's some kind of infectious magic radiation that whatever it touches also becomes awakened. So the furnace itself is not the culprit.
Can I trace where it's coming from?
Anything that it touches will become sentient. You suspect it just that the source is gone. It was Jester Joe. It was Jester Joe all along. It's melting inside of Jerry right now.
Okay. So basically you're saying patient 0 is destroyed, but it's
You should
still...
probably you know that you should probably cast remove curse on that thing.
I will pass along that information.
Yeah.
Or Kira?
This one.
Onto what? What is needing a curse?
Onto the
removed?
furnace, right?
Yeah.
All right. I will walk up. Boop. Remove curse.
That's it.
In the
That's how you do
style of in the style of Penelope Halfpint, because she's adorable. So.
it. And the magic is lifted.
Yay!
And at that
Sorry,
moment,
there's no sparkles. It's just gone.
Prestidigitation. Sparkles.
At that exact moment, the cubic gate drops out of Alindra's bag of holding onto the ground. Oh, yes. This is going to be a lot of fun now. And it just winks out of existence.
Oh.
Wait, is that how the bag got back in the first place? Is
Briv,
this
don't
when
do
it
that,
awoke?
Briv, don't do that. Please don't do that. Just don't. Don't even
Alindra is
ask.
the only one who lost logic and reason. I did not.
Should we remove curse on all of
Wait.
our objects?
Oh, man, it took a year to get to that joke.
Huzzah.
But we did it, everybody, team.
Oh.
So we no longer have the cubic gate, right?
No, it's now sentient and it is now an awakened artifact.
Oh,
We
don't.
travel through space and time.
But
Oh, no.
it's no longer with us. So.
No, it's no longer with you right now.
Okay, let me take it out of my inventory.
And now it's in mine.
It only has one charge. Oh no, I guess it'll recharge.
Is the
We
old
went to all that trouble to get that back. Now it's taken away.
is the old dead man still
Can't
here,
have
or is he
things.
in the cube?
Oh no, he's just sitting there in the chair. The old dead man.
Oh,
Should we talk to him?
yeah. Yeah.
Is there a reason to, or simply bury him? Or Kira?
Do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, like why was he doing this?
This old man, he played dead. He played knick-knack on mine head. Sorry, 'twas a nursery rhyme from when I was young. Reminded me of Jester Joe and all the days that we had.
One of the groups I
Give a
stayed
Briv
with
a bone.
had a rhyme about Old Man Stoff, who was a toy creator. Created demonic possessed toys. Tended to attack children.
All of that
would-
sounds horrible.
They had guests
Perhaps
over.
that's
There
what it
was
was
7 of
all
them.
along. I was a child, I'm not sure.
Does this gnome have a jaw? Does this gnome have a mouth?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I've never
right.
had anyone say it quite like that.
Well, you know. All right, if
They're
you want.
always missing.
It's important. It's necessary. And sometimes it gives me an out. Okay, here we go. I will cast Speak with Dead on
All
the
right.
gnome.
You cast Speak with Dead on a
And-
very old dead gnome.
Yeah, on the body of the gnome. That's my 3rd level. Okay. I'm really sorry that you're not alive anymore. But we have a couple questions. And they're probably going to be weird questions. And they're probably going to be a lot about toys. So, what were you doing here?
I was making toys.
And in my head, I will say, that was the only question I had, and that's all we're going to get from him. What would you like to know?
He's a hero.
Why did he want them to be alive?
Why did you want the toys to be alive?
I
And
want
evil.
some magic in my life.
I wanted magic in mine life.
Don't you dare.
What,
They gave it to me.
what,
Jester
went,
Joe.
what went wrong that made all the toys evil?
Man, my fault. I made some toys that were mean.
Ask him what his source is, where he got his original parts.
In the head. Does anyone have any other questions?
That's what I gave thee a question.
Briv, we now know that there was something wrong with the thing he was doing, and it made
But
all
he
the
still
toys.
has to have a source where he got the original toys.
Yes, and it's evil. We don't want the source.
Did you have any final wishes before you passed?
That's an excellent question. Did you have any final wishes before you passed away?
Briv kind of pouts a little bit, just looking at the arm still.
Orkira's trying not to look at him as she asks this question.
What do you ask?
Did you have any final wishes or things that you want done now that you are dead?
Nah, you can put her in the furnace. I'm dead, so.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Well, and in the call.
Do we have any more questions, or there are no more?
One more.
Ask him where we can get a special edition thing for him.
He's been dead for 100 years.
In the call, I actually have a plan for that. I'm just going to need that arm from Briv.
Which means Briv hears that, so I will just wait for
No, he doesn't, because I am touching my temple. There's there nothing. He magically does not hear.
Out loud to the gnome, I will
love
say,
all of you so much.
do you happen to know where there's any special edition dolls that haven't been brought to life and aren't evil?
Yeah, I got a safe house. I used to keep rare toys. It's on 132nd Street on 158th Ave. It's underneath, buried behind the porch. I got mint condition just for Joe.
He sounds like he would have a porch. I don't know why, but he sounds like he would have a porch.
And as the body is no longer animated, I will now respectfully pick it up, put it into the furnace, and I will...
But as she's starting to do that, though, Briv comes up. I thank thee, kind gnome, and he starts shaking the hand.
He breaks
and, like,
off.
grasping its shoulder.
His tiny
And
gnome
then
hand
now-
breaks off in yours.
Now Briv has like the action figure arm and then the gnome arm. And
Briv, give me the real arm. Briv. Yeah. Briv.
And then he gives it to you.
And I will put the body in the furnace, and I will create bonfire in the furnace.
You create bonfire in the furnace. Is there anything else left?
Well, now we know where we can get him a special edition thingy.
Alindra will say a prayer to Othmar and what else is in this room besides Jerry?
Briv will say a prayer. I thank thee.
Jerry's awkwardly sitting here this entire time while you're doing all of this, slowly decomposing all of the things inside of it.
I thank thee,
hungrily
tiny
looking
toy
at the
maker.
dead gnome that you threw into the furnace.
I thank thee for being amazing and giving me a lead on my dreams. I wish thee nothing but the best wherever thou art going, which is probably just in this furnace, but I thank thee nonetheless.
Can I go now? I'm full.
Yes, you did a very good job. Thank you so much.
Good.
We're conflicted with thee, to be honest, but I suppose it saved us a fight.
Yeah, you're conflicted with the gelatinous cube.
Shall we go find Elindra's weapons and make them not be evil anymore, and then
I
go
thought
find
they
Briv
were
his
going
toy?
to say action figure. Yes, that's seems
Alright.
like the priority here.
You are able to track down Logic and Reason, which have inchwormed very far into the dungeon, but you do finally catch up to them as they are mad scrambling, trying to get away. If you cast Remove Curse, they will no longer be walking.
Were there any other possessions of this man in that room that I can take back as proof of what has happened here?
Oh, yes. Several artificer tools of all kinds of strange and odd make, as well as spell books. Not necessarily about spells, but almost like ways to manipulate magic and make it like literally some of the dangerous stuff that he was working on. Proof.
I grab some of those as proof to take back to the people who need these things.
Okay.
Can I suggest we put everything in the bag of holding until I can remove enough curses to make sure everything's okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our adventure, everyone, for Beyond Heroes, but there is one more scene.
The next morning when Alindramith fabricates the rare edition for Brave.
No, that's not the scene.
Oh.
Somewhere in all of the multiverse of D&D, on the elemental plane of fire, there is a river of lava, and the skeleton of Jester Joe slowly crawls out of the lava, piece by piece, all of its skin gone, covered in black asphalt, black rock as it cools on its completely destroyed form, this twisted, hulking eyes glowing like two coals. Jester Joe lifts itself out of the lava.
I'm bunch of revenge.
And then a cubic gate appears directly in front of it. I think you and I should have a conversation. I think we have a mutual enemy, and I have a plan. Thank you everyone for watching Beyond Heroes.
What did we do to the cubic gate that made it an enemy?
We treated it so well. We even rescued it from a prison.
Maybe
we
its
gave
enemy
it.
is the Waterdeep deputies.
You guys popped it and never said thank you.
You all can make arguments for why the cubic gate is not a villain.
I'm not making arguments it's not a villain, just it's not our enemy.
That's the part. I love that everyone's like, no, that doesn't make sense. That's the part of this adventure that made no
All
sense.
of this goes away. Suspension of disbelief completely busted because
Todd,
the
you had
cubic
us,
gate
but
doesn't
then-
like us.
then you nuke the fridge.
I'm just gonna go back to eating my Jello.
You turned the gate. That's the new.
You turn the
the new
gate.
turn.
Turn the gate.
Thank you everyone for watching. Congratulations to everyone who won. We got do we have any really cool we got Slumbering Forest tomorrow.
Yeah.
Adam Bradford is in that with his son. It's a really great thing for charity that it happens what time again?
3 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. Check it out.
It's a really good
fun.
show. It's families playing together, playing D&D. It's for an awesome cause. Please check that out. We'll have another show now called Silver and Steel that's being DM'd by Jasmine Bueller. It's amazing. It's that bronze girl, and she's doing a fantastic job. And it's we're having the time of our lives over there. And what else? Do we have any more?
It's not as exciting, but we have a new emoji.
Ooh, we
It's
have a new
super
emoji. We
exciting.
have a. Someone get it?
There will just be people in the chat who will.
I think I see
shrub.
It's a
and-
Penelope
Yes,
shrub.
Yay!
Yes.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, okay.
It's fantastic. Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much for this amazing cast for putting up with my BS today, and
And you putting up with ours.
Yes.
None from us. None at all from us.
sticking
little
through
bit
this
from-
very weird adventure that turned on me quick. Yeah. Anyways, everyone stay healthy. We love you.